Good morning, everyone. Today is Saturday, September 13th, and today we will cover the trades for YieldMax funds, TSLY, CONY, Nvidia, Misty, SMCI, PLTY, and HOOY. HOOY. We are only live on YouTube today. I'm trying something different because it seems like X is great and all. I get tons of views, but they're stealing them from YouTube. And I kind of need those YouTube views. So I got to force you suckers to watch on YouTube. So, we'll see how it goes, because obviously my YouTube views is dwindled down to almost, I don't know. We'll get into that in another video because I got to think about making some changes. But anyway, time to do a shameless plug on the Monday morning show. Here's kind of a recap of what we've done so far. We have interviewed the LA appliance guy, Will Rind, British Hodl, and PO. We just interviewed PO this past Monday. So I just wanted to tell you guys, in case you were curious, who the upcoming guests were. This Monday will be Eugen Vasquez. He is a YouTuber. You guys are probably familiar with him. And Todd Aiken will be the next week. He's Unconventional Wealth. That's his YouTube channel. Early for him, so I appreciate him, suffering, getting up at the crack of dawn. Early for everyone. Although Eugen's, I think, on the other side of the world here, but I don't know what time zone he's in. And then after that, Ambassador of Quan, some of you may know him from X, and then Income Architect, also another YouTuber. I met all of these people except Eugen. Hopefully I'll meet him, someday, maybe at the New York Stock Exchange. And then David Dukansky, he is the, he does Quantify Fund CEO. And then Corey Dizzle. So you guys, the OGs here, you may know her, right? You may know her. She basically helped begin my channel especially on the Discord side of it. She was like a huge help. And she made a YouTube channel. She was doing well, doing all the trades, and then she kind of quit. So I wanted her to come back to do an interview and talk to the community, because I know a lot of people did like her, and they do miss her. And then, of course, Health and Wealth. You guys know him from YouTube. And then RoboTool, he's creating a website. I know Max Convexity interviewed him. We'll get into his website once he comes on. I'm not too familiar with it. I haven't used it really, but hope to at some point, because I got to automate this crap at some point, right? So we'll see. All right, Max Convexity, he'll be the week after. M Cheese, you're probably not familiar with him. He's like the options expert in the Discord. I want him to come on and share what he can as it relates to options trading, and some things, maybe let him share the screen. And then Tesla Groupie, who's a friend from X. Plan on having her again, another options expert. So I know that's a lot, but in case you guys were wondering, there's the list. Okay, good now? We good? If you guys have suggestions for people who should come on, feel free to let me know. I think I saw, did someone say Kamir? I don't think he would be interested in doing the interview. I could ask, of course, but if any of you already talked to him, let me know. Let's see. Bad financial decisions. I think she said it's too early, but I could always ask again, right? It is, guys, it's 6 a.m. on a Monday morning. I don't blame people for saying no, right? But all I could do is ask. If they say yes, great. If they say no, okay, and it's not a big deal. We got to move on, because obviously, the current schedule, that's what it allows. So it is what it is. It's what I'm dealt with. If people want to join, great. If not, we could eventually go in a loop, right? I'll start the list all over again, and then I'm going to start with you guys. Having you guys on, the OG commenters, the OG live people here. I think we called out Sunita the other week, and then we're going to call out some. I want to have Brother AB on. He's got an interesting story to tell. Nikki, you too. again, from Jersey, fellow Jerseyan. So all of you, Danny, my true serenity, all of you. So don't be shy, be brave. It's fun. Anyway, let's get to it. All right, Betacon, how you doing? Well, 116,000. Where you doing? Where you doing? That's good. That's good, right? Up and up, up and up. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see where it goes this weekend. I don't know. We're here for the trades anyway, right? We're what, 6 minutes in, bro, and you haven't talked about any trades? Yeah, that's right. That's right. It's my live, my rules, right? Suffer with me. All right, what do we got going? Buy to close, 31 cent. By the way, I assume the audio is clear. And don't be scared, Silver. Audio is clear. I can hear myself. Can you hear me? I don't know. But let's get to it. 31 cents. Yeah, that's a win. Buy to close put. All right, they closed out some of the 395 synthetic and got their asses whooped. But we know it's a gold digger, so we're partially paying the gold digger because MSTR, man, it's been taking a dump since their synthetics were opened. So we got to pay the piper, as you know, one of the user names here. It's probably not here now, but you know, you got to pay them out, right? Again, it is what it is, you know, but it sucks. Yes, it sucks. Of course, we want to make money everywhere. We want to make money on the weeklies. We want to make money on the synthetic. But when the freaking underlying does what it does, we're not. All right. Anyway, they're closing out positions. They won all their positions, right? They won all the trades for this week. That's a no-brainer. And then they open new trades. Check this out, though. Actually, pretty easy day trade-wise. Look at that. No buy calls, just short sale. Shows that they're just selling calls. No insurance play. No butt buddy. No this, no that. So we'll have to look at the file. Overall, they made 10 mil in realized income. Okay. So let's go to the file. Again, this is the Misty file. For those of you new to the channel, if there are new people, Misty we cover in great detail. The other ones we're going to cover just at the holdings level. And, you know, obviously we'll cover their day-to-day trades. All right. So 395, they closed out 1,000 contracts, which now puts them down to 3,000. So they still have this position open. It expires next Friday. So obviously they're going to close this probably early in the week because it's the, you know, it's in the money, man. You know, this put, they don't want to get signed early. I don't know if they can, right? I don't know if this part's on the Flex exchange or not. But obviously, they're going to close this out, pay the rest of the gold digger next week. So stay tuned for that, chico. All right. So MSTR, how you doing? Well, yesterday was actually a freaking good day for once. Yeah, Cooper interview. Yeah. If he's on here, let's ask him. If he can get up at 6. Well, if he's on here, he gets up. So yeah, I'd like to have both of them on. Him and his the other guy, Brooke. Anyway, let's get to it. MSTR went up 1.66% yesterday. MSTY went up 1.43%. So that's pretty damn good. I'll take it all day, baby. Again, we're still in the $15 range, but hey, bro, let's go. Come on, let's move our asses. Let's go up, 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 up. All right, IV sits at what, 49 this morning, still at 49, 7-day forward, 51. So IV still crap. Unfortunately, one day it'll go up someday in our lifetime, I hope. All right. Now, again, what did they close yesterday? I'm not going to go through the freaking, you know, the buy calls. All right. They're not worth a damn. They're worth pennies. All right. Because they didn't blow through their covered calls. So they don't need, you know, they don't need them. 4 cents. Yeah. 4 cents. We're only going to focus on the covered calls. So I'm going to do that over here. All right. So this one, 94% of the profit. I added this column. If you missed yesterday's video, this is a new column I added for you guys. So you're welcome. Again, call credit. This is the credit they got when they opened the position. This is what they paid when they closed the position. So obviously the net profit was 2.8 million. 2.8 million is 94% of 3 million. So that means they kept 94% of the profit. Again, because when they open the trade, right, when they get the 3 million at that same time, this debit is 3 million. But as time goes on, if it goes on in their favor, as this one did, look how cheap it costs to close. It only cost them 155,000. So that's why it was a winning trade. Obviously, it helped that MSTR didn't move its ass. So, that was a good thing. And then here's two more here. This is a 340 strike price. You can see here, both 1.5 mil. They closed it for slightly different amounts, and they kept 93% of the profit. So, again, win. We're winning, but our underlying ain't moving, which is fine, I guess. Again, options trading, cover calls on a flatlined, underlying. It works. Of course, we want the moonshot, right? We want to go to the moon at some point, but for now, we're just making money. We're just chilling and we're making money. Here's more. Here's three more. 94% profit. All right, this one was a little less, 78% profit. But if you look, the strike price is a little lower, right, than the 340s here. So that's why it costs, a little more. But either way, again, they won. They made a lot of money trading freaking options. Duh. That's why we pay them, right? Good job. All right. And then everything else, it's open. It's open for next week. Full freaking week. Unfortunately, we got to work. I'm itching my back with a pen. Hold on. Oh, my God. Okay, there we go. What the hell are we talking about? So that's all the trades. Let's go to outstanding shares. All right, decreased by 1.3 mil. So people continuing to sell out of Misty. Again, surprising. Not really. Again, so it's scary. Yeah, these funds can be scary, right? They go up, they go down, they go all around. MSTR can be scary, right? Michael Saylor. Bitcoin can be scary. So you got all these different risks. So if you can't handle it, you're gonna sell. Or if you don't believe in it, you're going to sell. So it's what it is, right? Anyway, Misty, closing price 1560, MSTR 331.44, 30-day IV 49%, 7-day forward 51, outstanding shares 286 mil. Total net income 118 mil. Total distribution 41 cents. Daily income 2 cents a day. Daily yield 0.15%. And if you annualize that sucker, 53%. Okay? That's above the 30-day IV. So they are hitting their goal and then some. So they're doing what they need to do. All right? Regardless of the synthetic whooping our ass. All right. So now we go to the MSTR funds. All right. So Bitcoin, I checked the circulating supply. And now we have another 141 Bitcoin in circulating supply, right? 19,919,928. 21 million Bitcoin available. Okay. So we will follow this until we hit 21 million. And then what happens? I don't know. Let's rely on the freaking Bitcoin experts to talk to us. We'll have a lot of Bitcoin people on the morning show then. People smarter than us. There's a lot of them. All right, MSTR, how you doing? Well, they went up 1.66. Misty went up 1.43. Winter went down 0.94. IMST, good job, buddy. You went up 1.8. MST whooping that ass. They went up 3.14. MS2 went up 1.42. And then MSTW, they went up 2.14. MST for the win. Winning. That's right, baby, winning. All right, let's go. All right, so we got 122 of you. Again, we are on YouTube only. So the X people, they may not be aware that we are on YouTube only. I'm thinking about, only going on X for the guesstimate, right? That's what I'm thinking about. I don't know. You guys can let me know. All right, I know, corny as hell. Never stop learning. No, that's for real though. You gotta learn. You can't let, you can't set it and forget it. You should probably learn what the hell you're investing in. All right, that way you don't have to ask, what other people think. What would you do with $50,000? What would you do with $100,000? No, what would you do? That's the question. What would you do? And as long as you're still learning, then you can make the right decision for yourself. So this goes for you. This goes for our kids. This goes for our grandkids, if we have any. This goes for everyone. I know, corny as crap. But, hey, sometimes you got to be a little corny. All right, Group D declares in 11 days on September the 24th. Are you ready? You're not really ready, to be honest, because we may get our first payment under $1, and we're probably going to cry. All right, we're probably going to cry. It's all right. We will cry together. All right, let's look at the payment info. Synthetic income. Look at that. We only got one more freaking cycle. And then I got to start a whole new spreadsheet unless I retire Misty. Should I retire Misty from the channel? All right, anyway, forget about synthetic income. They lost 563 mil from the gold diggers. Weekly has generated 118 mil. That comes to 41 cents per share. Good. Great. Yippee-ki-yay. Now, let's look here. All right. Rodemander says, again, weeklies, 41 cents would be a 35% yield. Is that enough? No. But we got another, what, week? 2 weeks? No, 1 week, I think. Yeah, 1 week. Extrinsic income, 48 cents, 40% yield. Total income, forget about it. Negative. 30-day IV would be a 59-cent payment. 7-day would be a 61. Again, if this is what we're looking at, that's a pathetic payment. But, hey, man, you never know. What can you do? MSTR is not as volatile as it used to be. MSTR is not flying to the moon. So if we make the IV, then great. Right now, we're making a little more, I think, than the IV, which is good. So hopefully that, resumes into next week. What do we say? Well, it is 41 cents, right? So if we go back here, yeah, 41 cents. So we got, what, one more week? Yeah. I don't know, bro. Dollar not happening, bro. Unless Bitcoin seriously does something crazy. All right. Anyway, let's go to the holdings. How we doing? Well, not good. Again, we got gold diggers, right? We cut off 1,000 contracts yesterday on this. Now we're down to 3. And then the rest of these, at least they expire next month. But we got to get rid of this next week. These are 375, 410. Again, MSTR price is 331. So these are also gold diggers, but at least, again, they expire next month. These are in better shape, but they expire in November. Now, covered calls for next week. Again, there's no green, all right? No green alert, right? So what is this? It's all old school, just covered calls, chilling with covered calls. Again, back in the day, there was no buying calls. There was no credit call spread. There was no butt buddy to help you out. This is like the old school way. They are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6% out of the money. Is this safe? I don't freaking know, man. Do you know? I don't know. We'll see. We'll judge it as the week goes. All right. So here's the recap of the holdings. The synthetic, nah. All right, whatever. Let's talk about the assets under management. That's about 4.4 bill. The NAV 1561, trade price around the same. Now, this is what we're waiting for. All right, synthetic contracts, they total about 135,615. Wait, did I update? I got to double check. 130. Yeah, that's not matching. What is this doing? B42. 345. 375. 410. Okay, so the 385 is gone. All right, they closed that. All right. And then 410 is still there. 395 is still there. 375. Okay. 135, 615. Yep. Okay, good. We're good. All right. But out of that, how many contracts are they selling covered calls on? 106,000. So they're selling covered calls on 78%, which means 21% is uncapped ULTY, which can move 1-to-1 with the underlying. So again, there's like two situations here. They could do covered calls on 100% of the position, but then they would have to do the credit call spreads, right, to capture upside. But instead, they're doing covered calls on about 78% of the position and leave it 21% uncapped ULTY, if that makes sense. Does that make sense, people? All right. Are you here? Are you awake? Do you have your coffee? Come on. Let's go. Let's go. All right. We're done with freaking Misty. Let's go on to freaking you know who. Yeah. Whole house is awake, so they can hear me making crazy noises. They're going to be like, what is wrong with you? People watch this. I'll say some, right? Some. Anyway, how we doing? Let's see. Buy to close Coney. Nah. All right, what do we got? 1089. What the heck? That's a loss right there. All right, buy to close put. What's this going here? All right, they made money on the synthetic. I guess people sold out of the fund. Buy to close 54 cents. Well, that one was okay. 255. Looks like they just missed that one, and that one was a loss. So overall, you win some, you lose some. They lost more, and they lost 1.6 mil yesterday. So yeah, let's go to the freaking file. All right, cone heads. All right, coin, how you doing? They went down 0.28% yesterday. Coney went down the same. All right. I mean, bleh. How about that? Bleh. Or no, how about nah? All right. Let's go here. Let's go to the synthetic. They got a synthetic 320. They got a synthetic 300. The 300 is doing fantastic. The 320 is almost at the money. Coin is what, 323. So hey, they're doing fine. But one expires October, the other November. So none expire next week. All right. All right. Here's the covered calls for next week. They are 2.93 to 6.02% out of the money. They do have the credit call spread, so they got the buy calls down here in case they get capped. Again, they can help to capture some of that upside, but hey, we'll wait until the week happens. All right. What do we got here? We got freaking assets under management of 1.3 billion. The NAV is 715, and the trade price, same thing. Synthetic on paper, what do we got? 28 cents. All right. Is that good? It's all right. We were supposed to make this a certain color, aren't we? Make it so pretty. You're so pretty. All right. Synthetic contracts, 41,550. They're selling cover calls on 100% of the position. And they're doing buy calls, long calls attached to it, credit call spreads on 100% as well. 30-day IV, 52%. 7-day forward, 50%. Looking at 28 to 29 cents. Income estimate. What do we got? We got negative. Prognosis freaking negative. Okay. Is that good? I don't know. Sorry, I'm having a brain fart. I got to talk about things at the end of this video with you guys. If you guys can hang around, I want some suggestions. Group C, what are they doing? Well, they declare in 4 days. So Sunday morning, tomorrow, I got to make a guesstimate on Coney. And it's not going to be pretty. So, don't get your hopes up. In fact, just put your cone head on and go all day. All right. All day. All right. Up next, Robin the Hood. Our favorite, Robin the freaking Hood. Where are you, bro? Where are you, bro? Broski. Come on, broski. There you are. All right. What do we got here? Hold on. I got to take a sip of damn water. What's going on in the live chat? Again, we are not on Twitter today. We are not on X today. We are keeping our views on YouTube. All right. So I appreciate you all being here. If you have any questions as we go along, please let me know and we'll go from there. All right. Here's HOOY buy to close 2 cents. Oh, that's a win. 5 cents. That's a win. 4 cents. 7 cents. Obviously, they won their trades. That's for damn sure. They made about 1.6 mil between closing out the old trades and opening the new trades. Now let's check out the file. Robinhood. Oh, that's why they went down. Wow, 2.36%. And then they went down 1.87%. So not bad. Not bad. Not a bad day. I know it went down, but again, it was good on the Friday when they're freaking trades. Now, synthetic position, how you doing? Well, it's a 105. Robinhood's at 115. So it's doing fantastic. But it doesn't expire till October, so they got time to close it out. All right. Now, what do we got here? Thank you, brother, for sharing that with people. HOOY is 3, 4, 6, 7, and 12% out of the money. Now that's a good spot. Again, because they do have buy calls in between too. So they're ready to capture, bro. They're ready for next week to capture some upside. Love that spot. All right, so let's look at the assets under management. Still a tiny fund compared to the others, 231 million. The NAV is not tiny, 67.21, massive, right? Closing price 67.56, 35 cents off. What? But hey, whatever. Synthetic on paper is worth about 6.11 per share, so that is freaking awesome. And again, the synthetic contracts, let's see, 20,380. They're selling calls on 20,380. All right. And the credit call spreads only 18,130. Okay, so they're only doing 88%. So that's okay. It is what it is, right? But again, they don't have to do, because they do have some in between. They're again, that's a pretty good spot to be in. But we'll see how next week goes if Robinhood flies to the moon, which it has been, it seems, lately. All right, 30-day IV, we sit at 56%. 7-day forward freaking IV, 55. So we are at what? 294 to 288. They declare next week, broskies, 4 days away. We got to come up with a guesstimate tomorrow. Is it going to be $5? Is it going to be $2? We saw what PLTY did. Anything is possible. All right, anything is possible. So I don't know. I don't even have a number in mind. So don't ask. All right, let's go to Nvidia now. Cruising along here, just chilling on a Saturday morning. It's a beautiful morning. All right, what do we got here? 2.8 mil. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that sucker up in her. 2.8 mil. That's good. What happened? They closed out the 165 synthetic, and they closed out some calls. But that's it. So that probably means people sold out of the fund. But at least they made money on the synthetic on the way out. Great, wonderful. Now, what's going on here? About to close, 38 cents, 59 cents. Well, hello, 277. What, in Tall Nation? Well, this one got blown through, so unfortunately that was a loss. 25 cents, 65 cents. Oh, damn, 240, 301. What the? 83. Oh, man, it was a wishy-washy day. But overall, they did make money, 144,000. So that's pretty good. So, yeah, not bad. Let's see what the price change was. Nvidia went up 0.37%. So it didn't move much, but Nvidia freaking beat it. It went up 0.49%. Again, fantastic. They didn't just capture, right? They didn't capture 80%. They didn't capture. They captured, the 100% and then some. All right. So they beat the underlying, even though the underlying went up. You love those days. All right. I know it's just one day, but still small wins, right? All right. Synthetic on the paper, where we got 165 to 170, expires in November, 2 months away. Nvidia's at 177. So very valuable at the moment. These are not gold diggers. These are ladies we can afford. Stay in our league. All right, now this is a little bit yuckity-doo-dah. Their covered calls are only 1 to 2% out of the money. Ew, 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 ew. But does Nvidia move that much anymore? Like, is this okay, right? Is Nvidia just chilling nowadays because they're such a massive company? I don't know. Do you own Nvidia? What do you guys think? All right, the value of this fund is 1.8 billion. The NAV is 1626. Trade price, same. All right, synthetic. On the paper, it's worth 108. All right, 108. All right, I need a damn sip of coffee. What's going on, guys, in the chat? Bitcoin to hit 200K by Christmas, says Richard Booley. All right, that'd be pretty sweet. But, it's got to start moving now, though, right? I mean, it's not really looking like it's heading there. But silver came for me to sing. Oh, man, what song we singing today, Let's see. Synthetic contracts, what do we got? 104,000. All right. Of those, they're only selling calls on 80s. Let me just double check. 86%. Yeah. So they're selling calls on 86% of the total synthetic contracts. And they got credit call spreads on about 87% of the 86. All right. All right. Let's look at the IVs. 31 to 29. Again, obviously, this is why they can't go that far out of the money, right? This thing is just barely, it's nothing, right? They can't collect. I don't know. They can't. It is what it is, man. It's a safe bet, right? Nvidia is somewhat of a safe bet nowadays, right? Would you say? I don't know. But hey, whatever. They don't declare for another 25 days. So who cares? Let's move on. All right, up next is your boy PLTY. Did they have trades? I don't know. They didn't have to have trades. Oh, good. They did not have trades. All right, cut me a little break here. All right, so let's just look at the price movement. Oh, damn. They went up 4.12%. PLTY went up 3.14%. That's a 76% capture. What the hell? What in the hell? They're probably in the freaking money already. All right, what's their synthetic though? And it's a 160. Palantir's at 170, 171. It expires November, so I think it's okay for now. PLTY, how you doing? Again, yeah, in the money. Well, the lowest strike is only in the money, but the next two are getting close, 0.62% to 2% out of the money. Is that safe? I don't know. I don't know, man. With Palantir, I would not trust it. The value of the fund is 676 mil. The NAV is 62.31. The trade price is 62.14. Synthetic on paper, 469, which is good, right? Good stuff. Synthetic contracts now, all of them, all 39,000 are used for covered calls, credit call spreads, the whole thing. All right, they're using all of them to capitalize and make as much money as they can. But again, we had a big up day, so we're already freaking in the money on one of the strikes. So I don't know, man. We'll have to keep an eye on that for next week. 30-day IV, 48%. 7-day forward around the same. So they're looking at what, 231 to 232. But they do have an income estimate already of 528, even though they don't declare, right? Did I update the group's value on this? Should have been for this Monday. 9.8. Yeah. Yeah, they already made $57 million. I mean, that's nice, isn't it? 528 per share. Well, hello. All right, so that's it. That's it for PLTY. Let's go to SMCY, sucker. SMCY, sucker. 5 time. Okay, what they got? Buy to close, 203. Buy to close, 224. Okay, well, look at the strike, 43.50. Stock price, 45. So they got blown through, and they closed them out for the week, and they moved. They opened a new position for next week, higher strike price, obviously. But they lost about 2.3 mil for the day. SMCI did go up 2.33%. SMCY went up 1.69%. So again, capture-wise, that's 72% capture. Is it enough? Not really, but close enough to 80, I guess, for now. So let's quit bitching. All right, synthetic is a $40 synthetic. It expires in November. SMCI is at 45, so that's sitting pretty. Covered calls, 3, 5, and 6% out of the money. Could be worse, I guess. The value of the fund, 329 mil. The NAV, 1538. Trade price, 1540. Synthetic on paper, it's worth $1.86. We'll take that any day. Synthetic contracts, they total 74,000. They're selling calls and credit call spreads on the full thing. 30-day IV, 57%. 57%. 7-day forward around 58. So based on that, they're looking at 68 to 69 cents. Income estimate negative. Assuming my freaking thing is updated. Yeah, they're getting a little beat up. It's a rough 4-week cycle for them. But they don't declare next week. They declare the week after with Misty. All right, up next is your boy TSLY, right? The first fund ever, them and OARC. Look at this. Does anyone see this? Under ETF, it shows Tesla. What the hell? Come on, YieldMax bros. What are you doing, bros? All right, whatever. I'll just assume that's TSLY. Okay. All right. Buy to close 16. Damn. 6. Oh my goodness. All right. Tesla's been, let's just say, on a roll, man. Tesla's been nonstop, and they got blown through on their covered calls. But again, now they sold their long calls, right? This one made, think about, like, here's the offset, 1616 offset 153. 1606 offset, wow, 715. All right, so that was a lower Yeah, 372.50. That's better. 1944. All right, this one offset 846. See, so that's why they're there, because 1944, you know, that's damage, but netting the 846, it's only like 11 bucks. 22 net, you know, money wise, you can see over here 7.7 mil net, you know, income 2.9. So, you know, damage 4.7. So this is why this is the credit call spreads in action, obviously, that you could see. Yes, we lost money because we got blown through, but again, we didn't lose that much money because, you know, to a certain extent, our credit call spreads did save us, and we're able to capture some more of the upside. All right. So overall for the day, even though it says Tesla, we'll assume it's Tesla. They lost 24.2 mil. Although we could blame Tesla, right? We could blame Tesla. All right. Anyway, Tesla, like, look at this, 6.85% jump. That is freaking insane. I don't know what's going on, but it's been flying to the moon. It's almost at 400 bucks. Tesla it went up 4.63. I mean, that's not bad. Tesla's been flying high. So if we capture 67%, hey, I'll accept it. All right, synthetic. Of course, the synthetic is going to do well when the underlying is flying to the freaking moon. The synthetic is a 335 and a 340. Both expire in 2 months, but Tesla sits at 395. So yeah, these things are going to be worth a pretty penny. Wait till we get to the bottom. Covered calls for next week. Yeah, not that pretty, man. We're in the money on 2, and we're 1 and 2% out of the money on the other. So yeah, although Tesla's probably going to have to chill at some point, right? You would figure. So what are we looking at here? TSLY, the value of TSLY 1.2. Don't we make that a certain color? No, I guess not. All right. Anyway, TSLY 1.2 bill. Look at this. The NAV 846, trade price 842. Here's the synthetic, $1.36. I know it doesn't look like a lot, but $1.36 per share on an $8 fund. Yeah, that's a lot of money. Good Lord, that's a lot of money. All right. So what about the synthetics? They got 31,000. They're using them all to sell covered calls and create call spreads. You know, the whole shebang. Using them all. 30-day IV 54, 7-day forward 56. All right, 36 to 37 cents. Income estimate sits at 87 cents. All right, not bad, not bad. They declare again in 18 days on October 1st. Okay, good. That's it. All right. So yesterday was what, the 12th? Now we're going to cover some SLTY and ULTY. Then we'll do some options. Then we'll chit chat. All right. Oh man, I got to get some coffee. Okay, let's see. Where the heck are we? So this, if I could talk, that would help. This is SLTY. These are the trades: call, put, then grand total. So you see the ticker, how much they made on the call. Negative is good, positive bad. Call and put, and then total. All right. So they made money on BMNR. They made money on BTDR. And Mara and all their others. They actually made $142,000 yesterday. So that's pretty damn sweet. Now, how about Ulti? App loving. They lost 2.5 mil. Oh, damn. IONQ, you've been doing nothing but make us lose money. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Are they just blowing through their calls? Maybe. Rigetti, oh my goodness. We lost 50.1 mil on Ulti yesterday. So SLTY made money. Ulti did not. All right, I'm just looking at Ulti holdings, see if they add anything new. Not really. They got 2 rocket companies, although this is only 0.66% of the position. I'm not sure what's going on there. Yeah, whatever. The value of Ulti is 3.1 bill. The NAV is, I'm sorry, the average IV is 67%. Ulti actually did go up, though, yesterday. They went up 1.08%. WPay went up 1.14%. But again, WPay is based on, what, 120% leverage. So on an up day, of course, I mean, it should beat Ulti, but it did. It barely beat Ulti, though. What about SLTY? How you doing? No. How you doing? Let's see. BitDeer, applied, get lemon. They love lemonade. Yeah, nothing new, man, as far as freaking SLTY. $12.3 million fund, average IV 75. SLTY went down 1%. And YQQQ did go down by 0.23%. So All right, so that's the coverage on the YieldMax funds. Now we're going to get into my options trades for the week and how I did. Was going to sell a covered call on Misty, and it didn't go through because the damn options chain sucks, you know? Like what I chose 16, right? It was 2 weeks out, and it didn't go through. I wasn't even asking for a lot, you know? It's like 20 something bucks. Like, come on, man. It didn't fill. So I'm like, you know what? Screw you too. So I did not get any calls in for Misty. I still own what, 600 shares of Misty. Again, this is my options trading account. And although, yes, within Misty, they're doing options trading, but I also want to do options trading on my Misty. And it hasn't been worth it. Let's just say that. So that's why, you know, these are just chilling and they're going to pay me less, which sucks too. Which, you know, the struggle's real. We'll see how it goes though. All right. Anyway, let's go to TSLL. Yesterday was what, the freaking 13th? I didn't do anything except close positions. So, because again, Tesla was going to the moon. I sold all my covered calls. All right. So I couldn't sell covered calls. So I had puts open, 2 more puts open, and I closed them. All right. So this one, right? They expired, both of them expired on September 26th. That's not even next week. That's the week after next week. So I figured, all right, instead of just waiting, why not just close them out, collect the profit? I collected 88% of the profit on one, 82% of the profit on the other, and I got back 2,100 bucks. Again, 2,100 bucks was pending. I got that back, and I paid 5 cents per share, 4 cents per share, so $9. So to me, that was worth it, right? To me, that was worth it. I don't know. You guys may feel differently, but at least that's how I kind of feel. You know, it's based on time. It's based on percentage. It's based on the person. But that's basically kind of my thought on it. Why does it always do that? I got to do one at a time. Hydro. I know. Hydro. I'm going to put music on soon. Probably take a freaking bathroom break. All right. What else we got? So for TSLL, man, there's nothing but covered calls. Nothing I could do. I got no puts. It's hard for me to sell a put when it's going this high, this quick. So we'll see how the covered calls do. But for the week, and I'll get into the open positions where the current covered calls stand. For the week, we'll just say I've had better weeks. I only made $44 on TSLL. TNA yesterday, again, was the 12th. What did I do? I did nothing, actually, on TNA. I have 4 puts pending. TNA was actually red. What I was going to do, I made another tab. I was going to start a new wheel. I did not, obviously, so let me delete the date. And because I'm starting to consider this wheel over with, right? So all these puts in my mind, they're going to expire worthless. So what I want to do is I want to start a new wheel with a new cost basis exception, right? Because now TNA, you know, it is what it is. All of my shares are pretty much gone. I'm not going to sell puts raising my cost basis on this wheel. So I'm going to let this wheel kind of expire on its own, you know? Yeah, the 42, will that go too? I don't know. Again, it's at 43.30. But if I have to go aggressive to get rid of it, I may do that too. Because why not, right? Look how much I made on this freaking wheel. If you go down here, premium income, I made $6,734. I made $20 in distributions. So far, if you add in, again, this is the gains. Right now, assuming I get 42 for those shares, this wheel will end up paying me $5,000 for this overall wheel. Which again, this started in what, January? So $5,000 for, you know, trading TNA since January. Is that worth it? I don't know. You tell me. All right, but anyway, how much did I make on TNA for the week? I made 166. Again, not enough. That's going to help me hit my weekly goal. So we'll go over here. 210 for the week. Goal was 441. Shortfall 231. No surplus, obviously. So again, we're a little behind. And like I said, I'm not going to rush something that I don't feel comfortable with. All right. So let's look at the open positions. we have, again, all covered calls, 7 covered calls on TSLL. Look how many are in the money. Unfortunately, I have 5 in the freaking money. You know, who would have thought these $17 covered calls would be in the money? Even the 16. But the 18 and 19, they're safe, but they're another week out. But next week, I got an 11. This thing is probably going to have to go bye-bye because I don't think I could roll it for anything even useful. I don't know. We'll have to see. And then I got a 12 for the following week. Same thing. That thing's probably goner. But, hey, it is what it is. We'll have to keep an eye. And then TNA, again, 4 puts, all 35 strike, 1 call, 42 strike. Again, I consider that wheel done, and then I'll move over to this wheel at some point. All right? Sound good? Great. Now, I did update the balance myself, so you guys don't have to wait. Balance did go up due to the market going up and the shares that I own. So 55,000 is the new balance. Available cash 32,000. I did add this row, total amount invested. So that's basically the amount in positions, 23,000. So 41% of my money is in positions. Pending puts 14,000, which makes the actual cash that's available 18,000. Is that enough? I don't know. I don't know. I feel like we're at such a high lately. It's crazy. I do need some red. I'm not gonna lie. And I always hate people that say that. I need red. But I want to sell puts. So I want a little red in the market, But anyway, so that's the update on freaking options. Yeah. And that's it, man. Wheel Warriors meeting today at 10 a.m. So if you're in the Wheel Warriors YouTube, or if you were part of the original email, you may have gotten in that way. But that's it. Again, there's 11 people that signed up to be a Wheel Warrior. I appreciate all of you. But again, some of you, I did say we're going to do a trial run. So you obviously would have gotten an email if you were part of that group. Okay. Now, so that's the coverage on YieldMax. That's the coverage on options. So now we got a little time to talk about what we should do for the daily video. Because, overall, not going to lie, YouTube has my views, everything has gone down. Watch hours. Maybe it's because of Twitter. Maybe it's because I've been going live on Twitter. I mean, going live in general actually it's not as good as doing the pre-record videos. So that's one thing. But the other thing is, if you go live on X and people are watching on X, you're not going to make as much as you would on YouTube. So that's my own stupid mistake. But yeah, I don't know. Do we still want to do? I'm thinking about not doing YieldMax every morning, like maybe doing Granite Shares weekly update once a morning instead. Would that make sense? Or do you want to keep doing this? Because I'm trying to I want to talk about other funds, right? And what are the other funds? Can I share the template? Which template? The options template? It's in the Discord under the spreadsheets channel. I just want to get a little feedback on, what you guys think for the daily videos. Like, do you not care? Are you gonna come to the morning show no matter what? I know some of you are, and I appreciate that. But I mean, see, the thing about Misty is I'll have to do the trades no matter what, and I could do maybe I'll do a Wednesday and a Saturday YieldMax, right? And then the other days I could do something else. I just want to get your thoughts on that. I could do Rex shares, Granite shares, whatever, and just cover how they're doing, as that, right? So Sunita said, yes, Granite shares. Okay, so that's good. I'm working on something. I'm not going to show you guys yet. I'm working on a file. It takes so much time, but thank you for all that helped me with Alien and Bad Financial Decisions, helping me out with the formula. Nikki said, coming no matter what. That's awesome. Thank you. Jersey people sticking together, right? You can split them since I am slowly selling out of YieldMax and moving out to Granite shares and Roundhill. Uh-oh, you leaving us? You leaving us? I'm not selling out of, I want to just get some variety. You know, again, I want the channel to be, you know, successful. But, you know, and I've seen the numbers go down. I haven't done anything about it, but I got to move my ass. I do want to grow. Obviously, I want to do this full time. So I got to be a little more calculated in what I'm doing. Brother says, shake it up. Weekly updates across different options. YieldMax, Roundhill, Granite shares, Rec shares each day. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. LA's got to go. All right, don't miss LA's premiere at 7:30. Hopefully I'm done by then. Thanks for coming, LA. JD Invest, I'll probably show up no matter what. What I don't have Granite or others, but interested in learning about them. Okay. Roundhill would be good. Seem to follow YieldMax closely. I just want a variety also, and some funds do. Okay. Use your Twitter to announce your videos and just play on YouTube. Sounds awesome. I agree with brother. Well, the problem with that is Twitter doesn't like when you post external links, so it'll kind of slow down the algorithms. So I don't want to do that. I want to keep X, Twitter separate. Obviously, I'll talk about the same stuff, but I'm not gonna cross promote one and the other if they're not gonna like it, right? If they're same thing with YouTube. I'm not gonna put a Twitter tweet or something on YouTube, and I'm not gonna put a YouTube video link on Twitter. Sunita says, me too, Wolf, not selling out of YieldMax completely, but not buying anymore, buying more weeklies in Granite and Roundhill. And you guys, again, you may think that's a good idea, or you may feel differently when I cover it, but I'll be happy to explain how they work. Again, we'll have to figure out what day to cover each. Like, do you want a payment announcement day maybe on each? Maybe that's interesting. Like, obviously they won't announce at 6 a.m., but the next day I could do the video after they announce, something like that, I'm thinking. Some of the shares of, well, yeah, it depends. Todd, yeah, Todd, I don't know if you guys watch him, Unconventional Wealth. He's doing what I want to do, right? But he obviously has way more money than I do. So he lives off of dividends. And he does YouTube full time. So we obviously, myself, I have a lot of questions, and you know, you guys may be interested because, as they say, or as he says, he's living the fire-free lifestyle. So I'll let him get into all that, but go check out his channel. It's called Unconventional Wealth. I like the idea of splitting time on other funds. All right, that's cool. Thank you. Thank you for the feedback, Danny. I like the weekly payers more. Granite, Rex, yeah. That's basically, you know, Granite, Rex, Roundhill. Those are the main ones. Somebody said in chat yesterday, they're here for the water bottle, crinkles, and cricket sounds anyway, so you're good. Yeah, I'm not in the garage, though, so you're not going to get the water bottle or the cricket. But you may get some weird noises, if that counts, or some singing. Oh, crap, I forgot to freaking put the music on. All right, what do we got here? Wolf, I'm there with you, bro. Tire on dividends. Considering the daily vids aren't really evergreen, what else are you considering? That's, Danny, like that is, you know, obviously I've been doing this for what, 2 years, and it pains me that it's not, right? It pains me that when I do like today's video, it's good for today and it's useless after that, right? Well, today's is probably good for the weekend because nothing happens, you know, nothing changes today or tomorrow. But Yes, absolutely. I would like to leave a morning to do a video that's evergreen content, which means it's good past one day, right? So again, I kind of have to think along those lines. Obviously the daily videos is what got my channel to where it is, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Love this guy. All right, what guy? Who do you love? All right, anyway, I I own Misty, and so far I'll keep it all these funds. Yeah, Misty's doing fine, man. It's just, you know, MSTR needs to wake up. I'm hearing a lot more people liking Roundhill in my community. What kind of community you got? I watch at times, looking into Cornerstone. Yeah, I don't know much about Cornerstone. I just never really got into it. I feel like I don't want to drip. I don't drip anything, so I don't care if it's on discount. I don't know. That's just me though. I have. Wait. So how do you have? What is? I thought WebBull's a brokerage, isn't it? Or am I like completely lost here? 3,600 followers on a brokerage. Unconventional Todd labels his videos about YieldMax Roundhill 100% of his videos. Yeah, he does. He loves his Cornerstone. He's passionate about his Cornerstone. You can't deny that. If you missed it, Rod, I made a couple $100 on these Misty. Nice, 1550 survive line. Good, awesome. I love it. You know exactly. Why not make money on the shares that are sitting there? Rod, do you like Roddy fishing picture? Oh yeah, I saw that. That was you. Yes, that was that's pretty funny actually. We should I don't know, but yes, thank you for that. I'm trying to think of what you can create with the cricket. I don't know. We'll think of something. X Dubs, nice. Good morning, all. Could someone help me get back in the Discord? I think I got banned. I don't know why. It was on for over a year and then poof. You know what you did? I don't know. Talk to like well, the link. Find the link on my YouTube and see if that works. I'm here for Ulti and dad jokes. I don't have dad jokes. You'll have to go to ETF Inspector for that. Thanks for helping me get started. No problem. I agree, Rod. These videos are like a con. They're only good ones. Yeah, exactly. Ice Game, I love your channel. Thank you. 1,494 Misty shares. Nice. WebBull has a community chat with other and can follow as well. Okay. I mean, I guess that's awesome, but I don't want another freaking app with, you know, to keep track of, unfortunately. But yeah, I guess that's cool. I don't know. I like the random weird noises. Well, good thing, because we can't help it here. You know, we're just a little wacko. Think of the why we are all here, your vision and your goals, and people audience follows. Appreciate that. You think Ulti will reverse split? No, I do not. I know, not financial advice, but a show on how to develop a balanced portfolio using the various funds. It's a good idea. That's evergreen content, right? That's a good idea. Thank you, brother, for sharing the Discord link. Yeah. So again, there's going to be some changes. Again, it's going to be for the better of the channel. But again, I always do feedback from you guys, especially the morning crowd. You guys have been here forever. So I just wanted to get your feedback on that, and we'll go from there. You know, I'm not stopping doing videos. I'm going to continue to do videos, but I'm starting to think I need to change it up a little bit. So we'll have to see. The Blessed Beacon. I really enjoy your videos. Happy to see you on Blossom. Yeah, I'm a little slacking on Blossom. I kind of just post my links. Hopefully they don't ban me. But yeah, I don't really understand Blossom as much, but I'm on it. You know, again, it's just another platform I'll have to keep track of. But I think it's awesome that Brandon Vivas guy started that, because he was a YouTuber and he created that freaking app. I'm pretty sure on his own. I don't know if I'm sure he had partners though too. But I just think that's amazing. Degen and balance don't mix. Rod, your weird noises and singing are your trademark. Exactly. Yeah, it's not every day you have a finance YouTube channel that makes funny noises, or else who would watch it, right? All right, let's see. Nikki says your show is fun, interesting, and comical. Your community is so welcoming, and I met some great people here. You brought us all together. Yeah, that's what it's all about, just building the community and going from there. But then, like, what do we do with it? All right, how can we make this community better? Obviously, it's on me to make it better. So I want you guys to tell me what else we can do to make this better, right? Many YouTube creators have seen a drop recently. Oh, okay, that's good to know. Yes, and Rod, we trust. Z-Dub's always there. Maybe some afternoon updates as well, since not. Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm gonna I'm gonna try to do Mondays and Tuesday afternoon updates, and the reason is I go to the office the following day, and it's just when I go to the office I have to pre-record. I have to get up so early, and it'll be so much easier if I could just do the live updates at night. And you underestimate your people skills. I got people skills? Sweet. Have a great Saturday, all. All right, everyone's leaving. All right, we still have 102 of you online, though. But just want to say, guys, thank you for being here this morning. It was fun. I love the feedback. I love getting feedback from you guys. I do greatly appreciate it. Creating a community like this is not easy. I agree. It took me 6 years, really, or at least 5, to really get this thing moving. Please keep your commute videos. No, I will. Did you, Vladi, were you on the Spaces commute? I'm gonna do that again, I think this next week. So I want you all there. I want to actually talk to you guys. All right, let's see. Oh man. Yeah, I will. I'm gonna. Yeah, random crap too. Like maybe I like schedules though. So I want to have a schedule. I'm gonna create a schedule, and we'll do it. Anyway. All right. Love the rants. Yeah, I could rant on so many different things, and I will one day. Some things you just can't talk about, right? Wolf likes ETF Inspector, Health and Wealth, but the times they are on jump around. Yeah, exactly. I like consistency too, and that's what I want to stick with. So like my morning 6 or 6:30. That's it. Nighttime, it's going to be 6 or 7 usually, right? If the trades are ready and I'm done, I can do it at 6. If not, I'll have to wait, maybe eat dinner first and then do it at 7. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. But all right, so that's pretty much the update. I'm glad you guys all seem to be okay with that, which is a good sign, right? So let's kind of wrap it up. As always, guys, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, and this video is for fun and entertainment. So hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you're entertained. If not, come back tomorrow and we'll entertain you then, because tomorrow is the guesstimate video. For those that are part of the Wheel Warriors membership group, I will see you at 10 a.m. And outside of that, if you guys enjoy this content, please hit the like button. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Outside of that, I think the key word, I'm going to stick with what the conversation was about and what type of content. The key word is a question. What type of content would you guys want to see in the morning that would replace, YieldMax content? So, for example, if I only do YieldMax, say Wednesdays and Saturdays, what about the other days? What do you want me to talk about? Morning show, Monday's taken. Monday's the morning show. I love doing that. I think it's going great. In my own mind, it is. I don't know how you guys feel. So that pretty much, we'll just say, for example, it leaves Tuesday, Thursday, Friday open, right? Something like that. I don't know. But Yeah, I want feedback on that. So that's the keyword. So if you made this far in the video and you want to prove it, the keyword today is, what do you want to see covered on my YouTube channel? What would make my YouTube channel better in your eyes? All right. Sound good? Great. Anyway, I'm out of here. I hope everyone has a great day, and I will talk to you, some of you later, and then some of you tomorrow. All right. Have a great day, everyone. Later.